Okay, we're live. Uh, wow. Let me set up Nightbot. Do-do-do. Almost ready. I don't think I'm gonna hit Master Ball rank today. I'm not gonna lie. I do really good, and then I start doing really bad. Okay. I need to start, because we're starting really late today, which is fine, but I'm also trying not to make a lot of noise with my food, but you know. Ah! Okay, let's do this. Okay, here we go. Yay. Alright. I'm gonna get right into battle, and I'm gonna show off 3 teams I made. I am in Ultra 4 still. I am struggling to climb. So I have 3 teams. I have a Mono Ghost team, which I think has worked out the few times I used it. I have a Arch Rain team with Rotom packing Electric Terrain and Rising Voltage. Rotom's mostly there for the terrain to boost Arch. And then I have a Snow team, which is a lead with Frostless and Beartic, have Ninetales in the back, and then go from there. Or arguably, with Ninetales having Snow set up, I could also lead with Ninetales and then send out Frostless later. My goal was to make sure at least each team has a Mega on it, because I mean that is the main gimmick right now. We're back to Mega Evolution. Mega Evolution has made its grand return, so I want to make sure I have one in each team, but also I feel like I'm not prioritizing right. But that's fine. Let's start with the Ice team. Talking about that, I want to try something. So we're going to select this team, and we're going to begin matchmaking. I have a vague idea of how I want to do things with this team. I'm gonna get up in a minute and refill my cup. I forgot to do that before I started streaming. And in a minute, I mean after this battle. Okay. Let's think here, right? This is definitely a Sun team. That's Charizard Y with solar power. Unless it's not solar power and that Scovillain is the Mega. But that'd be weird to pick Scovillain over Charizard. And for every Charizard, you have to have Venusaur. Alright. I'm gonna bring in Ninetales to set up Snow, Beartic, because of Slush Rush. Mega Frostless, and I think the way to go is Rotom. Finally, what's good, YouTube? Hello, Ben. I slept so late today. I woke up at like 2 o'clock. I texted you. You don't have a new number. Also, when I go home, I'll battle you in Champions. Okay. I don't have iMessage anymore. That shouldn't matter. I have your number saved as just mobile. But there, I sent it as a text instead of, ooh, that's bad. Yeah, we're losing this one. Okay, so when I text you, I have to send it as a text message. Looking for a potential Sun team. Well, you can bring in Charizard Y. Torkoal is good. Rotom Wash instead of Rotom Heat? That's interesting. Frostless avoided the attack. My current team is Torkoal, Cinerogue, Rotom, Heat, Chandelure, Talonflame, and Volcarona. I think yesterday I switched out Chandelure for Camerupt. I mean, that is a pretty solid team. Alright. So we didn't really do bad there. We were just unfortunately put up against someone who had the type advantage. I need to get a Scovillain and maybe a Venusaur. Just transfer them in from Scarvi or ZA. Because you should have a Venusaur and ZA. And you should have a Scovillain in Scarvi. Okay. This is an interesting team. They are for sure, without a doubt, going to lead with Farigiraf. Because they're going to want to Trick Room me. And if I get Trick Roomed, I lose completely. So I think what I need to do is bring in my Ninetales and Weavile. Right? And then I'll bring in Frostless for the backup Snow and the Mega. And I think Beartick has nice coverage. I'm honestly kind of afraid of the Bellibolt. Not even for like typing reasons, just ability wise. I don't want to face Bellibolt. Okay. I absolutely did not read them correctly. I want to get Bellibolt off the field as quick as possible. And it avoided the attack. Honestly, I think that's what a few of my teams are missing. I just really have to like draft and see what would work with my teams. Thank you. Okay, 1 second, 1 second. Oh no, I'm running out of time. Oh no, that's probably bad for me. Venusaur gives me Chloro, Gastrodon gives me Storm Giant, Rhyperior is Bulk, and Zoroark is Diverse. Yeah, I like those ideas. Zoroark could help you in certain situations. I just think it might be the oddball out. But that doesn't mean that's a bad thing. Yeah, this is rough. I might have to switch to Archrain. It doesn't do me any justice that I was intimidated, so. Every day we're struggling. Or whatever the song said. Okay. So, actually, wait. Because this guy has Damp as an ability instead of Drizzle. Alright, let's go with this. We're going to select this team. And we're going to begin matchmaking. So, we're going to go in with Pelipper and Rotom to lead. Arch in the back for Electro Shot boosted by Terrain. And then the fourth slot really depends, but I really want to bring in Sharpedo. And if they lead with Whimsicott, I can at least open and double down on attacking it to take it out quick. I did say I want to bring in Sharpedo, and I think that might be a good move, but also maybe I forego my Mega and bring in Politoed just in case I need to set Rain again. Do you have U-turn? You should get U-turn. Maybe I get rid of Rain Dance for U-turn. Okay. I don't know if this is going to work out well for me, but we can hope. Okay, this actually works really well. So what we're gonna do is open with Hurricane on Whims, and then instead of starting with Terrain, we're gonna go right into Voltage on Whims. They of course are gonna bring in Tailwind. That does unfortunately screw me over. Whims is gone, which is good, but they already did their damage. They already put me at a disadvantage here. I have no choice but to send out Arch, because I don't want to lose Rotom yet, but I feel like maybe losing Rotom might have actually just been the play there. Alright. We're gonna pin Serperior. And worst that happens is my Electro Shot gets redirected. I am gonna give them their flowers here. They're smart for trying to pin Arch, because that's what I would do. If I see an Arch on the field, I'm pinning that thing. Okay, Serperior is down, which is good. I don't know what else was on their team, I'm not gonna lie. But I am worried because Arch is on its way out and Rotom is going to have to switch in. Or even then, not even switch in. Rotom's also just on its way out. So really, we're at an equal footing here with, essentially, we're both down 2. At the current moment, I may have a slight advantage, but that advantage is not going to last. Okay, they have Ceruledge. That's an interesting choice. I would not have imagined bringing in Ceruledge. I'm going to Hydro Pump Ceruledge. And Flash Cannon Mimikyu. Mimikyu might go for the Shadow Sneak to take down Arch. That's what I would do anyway. No, you're going for the sneaky Swords Dance. What? Bitter Blade on Pelipper. I would have done that again on Arch. Okay, Flash Cannon, Mimikyu, Break Disguise. And then Hydro Pump. That's not an instant kill. And it is now game over for them. I'm gonna Hydro Pump and Electroshock Mimikyu. Mimikyu still might just be faster, so he can get the KO on Arch with Shadow Claw or Drain Punch. Drain Punch, yep. That's fine. Bitter Blade isn't really going to do much. I'm not worried about Bitter Blade. The rain stopped. We really don't even need the rain anymore. I'm sending in a Dark type, which I feel like is kind of a silly move. I'm going to go for the Rain Dance just for shits and gigs. And we're gonna Mega Crunch Mimikyu. It's not gonna do as much because Fairy, but it's fine. Okay, that was a good match. They played that really well. I think at the end there, they made a few weird decisions. But okay, hi. I was looking up legal and reading articles for our situation. Yeah, I don't blame you. Ooh, Shiny Primarina. I've always wanted a Shiny Primarina. I am not going to lie. This is an interesting team. Do we match and open with Pelipper? I don't know what to do here. Okay. I do know what to do. We're gonna open with Pelipper per always because we need to start. You forgo Pelipper so they can set up Rain. But then if they don't set up Rain, I'm in trouble. You know what? I'll put Pelipper in the back, and I'll Volt Switch into Pelipper if I need to. Excuse me. Okay. Then they do start with Pelipper. Which is actually great for me, because now Rising Voltage, Electro Shot. The worst thing he does with Pel is switch or Tailwind. That's true. We are 100% going to lose Arch here. So it didn't even matter what I collect. I could have saved it, but realistically, I'm like, okay, well, what's the point in saving it right now? I'm not going to send in my Pelipper yet. Really, it's not doing much for me, but Mega Sharpedo can go for the Ice Fang. Mega Dragonite is unfortunate for the multi-scale, basically guarantees to not OHKO it. That is the downside right now. Ooh, Brick Break. Quick Break. Okay. This is going pretty good. I don't want to jinx myself. I really don't. I'm going for electric terrain. And I'm going to lose Sharpedo. So I'm gonna go for this. Okay, they're smart for thinking I would target Primarina. But they just wasted their Protect. So see, now the problem becomes we're down 2-2. And I'm a little nervous about that Weavile. But I know Pelipper can survive a hit. Nice. Nice. GG, Felix. Okay. My brain is braining. We're getting back into the flow. I'm still making questionable choices, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I see a Pelipper. I see a Raichu. Most likely Drizzle Thunder. There's no shot he opens with Pelipper. Raichu could have Lightning Rod, so that could fuck me over. I'm going to Rotom, Arch, Pelipper. I'm gonna go with what I did. Raichu, Umbreon. Okay, so that is a bit of an issue for me. So I am going to Electric Terrain. No, I'm not. Not until Raichu is off the field. I am going to cry. I'm gonna Volt Switch Umbreon, and I am going to Pump? No, I want him off the field. Meteor Beam, Raichu. Yep. Okay. To be fair, I did predict okay. We're gonna pump. and we're going to Meteor Beam again. Once Raichu is gone, I'm good to set up. Okay, we're snarling. Great. Meteor Beam is gonna hit this turn. We're going to pump the rat. I'm not too worried about Umbreon right now. Great. Raichu's gone. Toxicroak. Dry Skin. Yep. I'm gonna pin Umbreon. Well, Rotom doesn't need to switch out because he's dead. Okay, I need to Hurricane Toxicroak and get it off the field. Toxicroak needs to go. Predicting the Hurricane. I'm gonna switch into Raichu. I hope not. I feel like no matter what, I'm screwed here. This is bad for me. Because now no matter what, Raichu is coming out, and I can't Electro Shot. I should have just opened with Pelipper from the beginning. But either way, it's still me getting outplayed. Because now I'm imagining Raichu is packing Thunder, and he's going to hard target Pelipper here. So Arch is also just in huge danger for being at 30 HP. And I mean, Pelipper has the quad weakness. No, Electro Web. Okay, interesting. I would have went for Thunder. Nah, you just misplayed. Yeah, I really did. I predicted the Lightning Rod and then did nothing about it. Because realistically, if you're bringing in Raichu and you're starting with it against a rain team, it has Lightning Rod. If it didn't, that's just bad setup. So on my part, I knew and I predicted right. But I still tested that luck and tested poorly. I lose here. I did decent, but I lose here. So I'm gonna roost and try to buy myself some time, but really at the end, they're taking the win. So GG. Really said that Raichu probably has Lightning Rod. Let's use Volt Switch. I sure did. And we've reached level 50 in the Battle Pass. Yay. I am thinking I could probably switch out Rain Dance on my Pelipper for Protect. Or, if I don't want to go on the defensive, I can be mean and go for Tailwind to counter other Tailwinders and just not really use it unless I need it. But I feel like having the actual utility over a possibility is a little bit better. Because I'm not really using Rain Dance unless it's a long match and I don't bring in Toad. Okay. This is an interesting team. Ceruledge, Dragonite Meganium, Rotom Fan Decidueye, and Baby Boy there. I have to bring in Pelipper. I think I'm gonna go with the normal setup of bring in Rotom and Pelipper, set up to rain, Arch can come in, and then it's just a matter of, do I bring in Sharpedo to have the ×4 against Dragonite with Ice Fang? Or do I bring in like Basculegion? But Basculegion really doesn't do much for me. I think it's just these four. Those four really are the stars of the team. Toad is just there as a, I might need this. And then Basculegion, honestly, I could probably switch Basculegion out. feel like your last three members have been effectively the worthless to you historically. Yeah, honestly, I have been thinking about swapping the last two out. I do like keeping, I do like keeping Sharpedo on the team, but I feel like I could swap it out for a different Mega if I really wanted to. Originally, we had Meganium on the team, but I felt like that really wasn't doing much for me other than having something silly and different on the team. The Rotom died. I pulled up the Pokemon Team Builder, and I'm already like, wait, how did Rotom die? I think you need to take like Mega Meganium or something to counter alternate weathers or other metas. Meganium is really good in rain. Mega Soul Fire type Weather Ball in the rain. Okay, we're gonna Hydro Pump. We're going to Draco Meteor. I feel like I don't even need to Draco Meteor it, but it's got a Mega. It's not going to Mega. Okay. Because they have Mega Meganium in the back. Okay, so we Hurricane Meganium. And we Electro Shot Meganium. Better now. I moved the mic a little bit away from my face so I could take a sip of my drink and eat a little bit of my food. Oh! That's a big attack. Womp womp. Yeah. Yeah, so I moved my face. I moved the mic away from my face a little bit. Oh shit, I only have sharp. Rip GG. No, I think I can survive. Don't GG me yet. Oh. Oh my god. There's no way. We're not winning this, but if I can take down Rotom, Sash. You know what? Omni ain't even mad about that they both survived on 1 HP, because I did too. But yeah, that was almost such a crazy turnaround. I should have moved my team around a bit before I continued, but it's okay. Alright, let's see what we're working with. So we're gonna bring in... This is a double weather team. So we're gonna do Pelipper. Or Rotom Tom Tom. Sharpedo just sucks. He really doesn't, though. Sharpedo's good. That is definitely going to be Charizard Y, and they're going to set up Sun, which is why I need to get Pelipper out to bring the rain back. Nope, it's Edgelord Charizard. Okay. I guess that does get rid of the electric weakness. Wait a second. Hold up. Wait a minute. Okay. Okay, so I am gonna definitely swap out Rain Dance for Protect. feel like having Hydro Pump Hurricane Bruce is already a little mean. Yeah, that's rude. Yeah, we lose. It is what it is. Womp womp. The unfortunate thing about Charizard X is it's good typing. Fire Dragon is good. There's just nothing I can really do about it. I did read wrong though. I was not expecting Charizard X. Yeah, we're done. We're done for. Okay. Let's quit battling. Let's go to missions really quick. Let's take our quick coupons. Let's get our daily missions done. Oh, and they reset in 2 hours, so in 2 hours I'll be able to do this again. What else do I need for my weekly missions? Because I could probably get through my weeklies today. Use super effective, mega evolve 3 more times, use super effective 20 times total. Extremely effective, that's quad. Win 5 times. Yikes. Recruit 5 times, log in 5 times, use poison type moves 5 times, crit 3 times, win 3 ranked battles without losing any of your teams. Yikes. I'm decent. I'm not that good. We can do some recruiting. I have some tickets. Recruit a Pokemon. Let's see if we can get a shiny. Maybe we'll get lucky. Nope. Sharpedo. Pingororo. Raichu. Lucario. Alakazam. What if I bring in a Swift Swim Beartic to the Rain team? Now, I feel like that's insane. Like, for real, I just feel like that's kind of, like, redundant. But you know, what if? Okay, let's try again. Shiny? No. Shits and gigs. I'm gonna recruit Typhlosion. Shiny? Nope. Greninja, Snorlax, Simeon, Beedrill, Lycanroc, Torkoal. Honestly, if I was gonna grab Basculegion, I would just bring in mine. I'll recruit this Torkoal. Can I do it again? Yep. And we used up all of our quick tickets. Shiny? No. Salazzle, Suian form, Rotom Frost, Cast form, Fortress, Hippowdon, another Basculegion, Stunfisk, Gyarados. See, I am too worried about bringing a Gyarados into my rain team. Then again, this recruitment really isn't for the rain team, it's just kind of to do it. Because we want the VP. Okay. So Rotom is doing work, Arch is doing work, and Pelipper owns this team. We need 3 more team members who are going to put in just as much work. We said we can try Meganium. And honestly, they give us a good Meganium. But I want to use mine. So I think what I'm going to do is just copy this build, but give it a different moveset. Or at least a similar moveset. So we're going to register it, and we're not going to build it until we actually need to. So that's our Mega. We're gonna try it out. I'm looking at Pikachu. I'm like, I could bring in Pikachu for the Lightning Rod. But I haven't gone up against a lot of electric types, and I don't want to draw my electric type attacks to it. I could bring in Milotic. We can bring in Sneasler. Add a little bit of the meta. We'll do that in a second. I feel like Sneaser's kind of gonna be an oddball on the team, but it's okay. The last team member, I really don't have too much on me, which is why I'm kind of like, ooh, like what do I bring? Part of me wants to have a second chance, not a second chance, a second option for a Mega. And I'm like, I could bring in Greninja, but really, what is it offering me? Nothing. If I don't go for... Okay, wait. Let's do this, right? Let me put my team together. So I got Pelipper. And Arch as like the big like leading two of the team. Cool. Meganium is one of our megas, if not our main mega. Cool. Rotom Wash is there as backup and to boost Arch. Sneasler is there to kind of like throw a wrench in things. So now this last team member can be anything, really. I'm just at a point where I'm like, okay, well now what do I add? Because the Meganium is already, to me, an odd choice, but also it makes sense. If anything, Sneasler is more odd than anything. I could go with the Milotic like I said. But then that takes away the second Mega option. I could bring in a Primarina. That does remind me, I really do want a Shiny Hunt Primarina. I have not gotten one yet, and it is one of my favorite starters ever. Could keep it simple and bring in a Vaporeon. This 16 member is what's kind of getting me right now, because I'm like, what do I bring? Who should join the team? Let's build Meganium really quick. What are we looking at? We need high special attack and HP, low speed. And what nature are you? Obviously, special attack for attack. Cool. Train Pokemon. Lowering speed is fine too, but also I'm like, ooh. That's a very specific setup that I am not working for. Okay. So we're gonna want Solar Beam. Dazzle and Gleam is good. Leaf Guard would be good if I was putting it on a Sun team, honestly, but I'm not. Do I go for the Weather Ball Protect? Or Weather Ball Synthesis? I'm gonna go with Synthesis for now. Wait. It restores half of the user's max HP in harsh sunlight 2/3 of its max HP will restore. Instead, in all other weather conditions, it restores 1/4 of its max HP. I mean, overall, it's still good, but I feel like, you know what, we'll try Synthesis. If it doesn't work, I'll swap it out for Protect. Alright. So we got the Meganium ready. I am not gonna lie. After I finish paying off my credit card, I am thinking of getting the membership pass, but another part of me is just like, I don't really need it. I don't really see myself playing this daily. But I do want more teams to play with, and I don't want to have to disassemble my teams to have more variety. Alright, I am going to AFK really quick. I have to use the bathroom. It is time to go pee. BRB. Okay, we're back. I don't know what to do. What if I just throw in a 6th Pokemon for now, right? That has nothing to do with this team, just to see if I can trick people. I think that'd be funny. I don't think it'll work. I really don't. But I think it'd be funny. What if I throw in Gyarados? Right now. Like just boop. Register. Give an item to hold. Shell Bell. If this ends up actually being good, I'm gonna be so upset. Begin matchmaking. Okay, wait. Let's not just go in blind with one strategy. They're definitely bringing in Incineroar. So what if I start with Gyarados and Pelipper? I need Arch, because this is an Arch team. And then what if I forego the boost from Rotom and bring in Meganium? Okay, we're gonna Hurricane Sneasler, it's probably going to protect, and we're gonna Waterfall Talonflame. Because Talonflame probably has something that can do scary damage to Pelipper. No, but it has Tailwind, which arguably is worse. Arcane Sneasler. And what if I... Waterfall Garchomp. I mean, yeah, Rockfall makes sense. Dire Claw, that's gonna KO Gyarados. It is what it is. Arcane is going to take out the Sneasler unless it's sashed. It is absolutely not going to take out the Sneasler, so we will not know if it's sashed. Hurricane. Dazzling. I'll go from Dazzling into Solar. Okay. So this is bad. Just a little. I have an idea. Opening with Gyarados worked out well for me there. But I don't want that to kind of be where I start like being like, oh no, like it's not working. I like how originally I was like, what if I just throw something on this team for shits and gigs as a joke? And the thing I threw on the the team for shits and gigs is actually being used. Even though I was like, yeah, I really don't like the idea of using Gyarados. Okay, we're gonna Hurricane on Venusaur. We're going to Waterfall on Kangaskhan. It's not gonna kill Kong, but it's fine. Okay. Mega Meganium, for sure. Okay, bye. Bye. See you soon. Weather Ball. Okos. Awesome. So I'm left with my Meganium. And they still have one other Pokemon to join their Meganium. Which means I'm in trouble. Because it's for Farigiraf. Yeah. I think we can get away with doing a few more, maybe 2 more battles before we call it quits for the day. I'm not gonna lie, I was never gonna stream too long today. Definitely not getting to master rank today. Not on stream anyway, maybe off stream. Maybe I'll do better later. But yeah. Also because I did start super late today too. What if I do Pelipper, Sneasler, Meganium Arch, and I forego Rotom completely? I think what Champions is gonna do, because now I'm just kind of thinking of like the meta and what's in the game currently and what's not in the game. I think every season, it's like every month, because that's what it looks like they're doing with the battle passes. They're gonna add a little bit more. Okay, so I'm gonna Hydro Pump Glimora. I really did not build Sneasler correctly, and that is bothering me. I should have Dire Claw on here. I can get rid of close combat. Swords Dance and coaching is fine, but I feel like I really screwed the pooch here. I should have double checked him. Double checked her before I started battling with it. Dire Claw would have been the better. Ooh, that was a big attack. I feel like if they're gonna go for Pelipper, they're going to... Nope, okay. I was gonna say, if they're gonna go for Pelipper once, they're gonna pin it. So you're gonna want Pelipper off the field, right? I'm gonna close combat it. I know it's a psychic type, but it's also a steel type. So I feel like I might be able to get a little bit of good damage onto it. I don't think I got rid of the Rain Dance. I didn't. I should have. So I'm gonna Roost this turn, and I am going to close combat Chimecho. They might protect. See, the thing is, having Sneasler is good. I just should have had the proper moveset on it, which I will fix. Well, shit happens. Trick Room, that's unfortunate. Actually, you know what? No, it's not. I'm gonna send in Meganium, because Meganium's relatively slow, I think. I say, not even being sure about that. I am gonna pin their Chimecho. Chimecho switched places. That was smart. They knew I wanted to pin one over the other. So what if I do it again in preparation for them to switch again? I doubt they will. That's unfortunate for, ooh. That's very unfortunate. Okay. I need to swap out Pelipper. Powdon went down though, so that's fine. Alright, we're gonna swap out Pelipper for Arch. And we're gonna Synthesis Meganium. Because if we don't Synthesis Meganium, we're gonna lose Meganium. And I don't want that. They're probably gonna go for the Protect on Chimecho, thinking I'm gonna pin. And they're going for Air Slash on Noivern. No, Protect Noivern. Protect Chime as well. Wrap on Arch. Ooh. So both Arch and Meganium are now trapped in battle. But they forfeit. Okay. I'll take the W. I wanted to quit. That's okay. We'll do this one and then we'll start getting ready to go look at what we got. And then probably start calling it a day. That'll put us at 2 hours of streaming, so I think that'll be good for the day. Okay, so let's try to keep that up then. So, unfortunately, I do have to forego Sneasler because he's not built right. So we're gonna go Pelipper, Gyarados, Meganium, Arch. And I think this is still good because it doesn't look like, at least to me, that this is a weather team. Pelipper is always needed up front. Gyarados can handle Gengar, Arcanine, and Garganacl. Archaludon can handle the Blastoise and the Corviknight, kind of. I am a little concerned about the Kommo-o, but I think I'd be able to handle it as well regardless. So I think I'm playing it good by using Gyarados, Pelipper, Meganium, Arch. I still am not sold on Gyarados being a full member of this team. I am glad Gengar came in because I can take it out easily. Unless they Mega Evolve it. But if I pin... You know, I did say I'm a little worried about Corviknight. Do I pin Corviknight? I'm getting rid of Gengar. Okay, Tailwind is an issue. But we're gonna get rid of their Gengar. The only issue I can see coming up now is I might be losing Pelipper. That did a lot of damage, so I'm gonna have to go for Roost. Let's go for Roost. Let's go for Waterfall on Corv. Ice Beam. Don't freeze. Thank you. BB. Kills. That's unfortunate. I'm gonna send out Arch, and I'm gonna Electroshock that Blastoise to get it off the field. And we're gonna Waterfall Corv again. That was a good read. Body press on Arch. Yeah. No Electroshock for me. I need to get that Corviknight off the field. Corviknight is dangerous against my Meganium. I need it gone. But I feel like Meganium here can help with Blastoise. The problem is Brave Bird might be an issue for me. So can Ice Beam. I forgot Ice Beam. Don't freeze. Thank you. BB. That might kill. Yeah, I'm screwed. But, I mean, he also got rid of his own Corviknight. Which, I mean, sure. But now it's down to just Gyarados, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't see Gyarados surviving these last two Pokemon. No, especially since it's Kommo-o. It's 2-on-1. They're gonna pin me and take the win. We got the poison. They're gonna hit me with Ice Beam. I'm gonna survive, but not long. If the one of their moves doesn't kill me, the poison will. But I'm definitely losing in this next round, so. I didn't do terrible here, but I made some choices that I should not have. Okay. So we are going to completely fall down all the way to the bottom of our rank. Let's go to missions. Super effective 20 times. Mega Evolve 10 times. And what achievement did we get? Okay, so before we end, I do want to do one more battle. I'm going to take Gyarados off this team. So first, we need to train Pokemon. We can get rid of Rain Dance for Protect. I feel like that's fine, because the survivability is a little bit more important. Huh. Okay. My Pelipper is naturally slow. I'm thinking of maybe... Okay, Brick Bake, Bwick Blake, I do need Dire Claw. Swords Dance, Brick. Instead of Close... No, instead of Brick, I'll go for a Protect. I'm gonna go for Unburden. Alright. And then we need a 6th team member slot. And I think I could get away with maybe a Trick Room gimmick. I normally don't run Trick Room, but if I make this Arch slow and then really move this team around, I could make that work. For now, before I like decide anything, I think I will I can throw Incineroar on this team for now. Let's see if I can get one. Do I have any more tickets? No. How much will this cost me? It'll bring me from 15 to 12. Alright, let's try to get an Incineroar. Let's hope and pray. If not, I'll just throw something else on there. Yeah, no. Unfortunate. I could go for Goodra for now. What does Gooey do? For the time being, I'm going to put Vaporeon there. And I think we'll test one more battle. Just one. Now that I'm doing things properly. And then we're going to just honestly give it the Mystic Water. So honestly, I think I could also probably like rework Rotom too. Especially if I'm going to go for this idea of a slow rain team. Alright. We open with Pelipper. I'm going to open with Sneasler now that I have it running properly. Meganium and Arch. So now I gotta look at this team and see if that's right. They're gonna open with Incineroar. Maybe bring in Sinistcha for the healing and the Rage Powder. Same thing with Clefable. That might be Mega Clefable. Follow me. Okay. I think I have an idea. Gengar, Venusaur. Not what I was expecting at all. I was thinking that they could bring in Gengar, but I wasn't expecting it at all. I'm gonna open with Hurricane, and honestly, I'm gonna be stingy high and go for Dire Claw. Mega Gengar. Shadow Ball is gonna definitely do a kill. Not if it's on Pelipper. Pelipper can survive. Oh. Rib. Good night, Pelipper. Dire Claw still did good damage. Perish Song. Is that what people are running on Gengar right now? I add Milotic to this team to wrap and force them to die. Didn't specifically say him. Wait, why can't I switch? Oh, I forgot. Okay, pin. Wake up and die. Oh. I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of funny. I'm not even mad, because they're going to switch out. Pelipper, wake up, please. I would not sack my Gengar like this. So we're all just gonna sit here and die together? With True Gengar, yeah, I have no choice but to die. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Okay. This could turn it around if it goes properly. There's just a lot of... Okay. A lot of ifs. Oh! Electro Shot is going to take down Gengar, for sure. For not, my bad. Okay, I'm gonna Draco Meteor Gengar and Weather Ball King Gambit. I think I'm in good standing unless King Gambit uses its okay, I mean smart to protect Gengar. Come on. Don't forfeit, just take the L. I would not build a Gengar like this, but I'm not mad about it because they're giving me such a hard time. they're definitely buying the time they need. Unfortunately, in the end, it didn't work out. But that was still a really fun battle, actually. I got fucked over, so I didn't get to use the exact gimmick I wanted, but it is what it is. Anyway, I think I am gonna call it there. Yeah. Did not make it to master rank. That went great. Awesome. This is equivalent to the Blissey timeouts. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. I still suck at Pokemon. Bye.